So I've always seen those videos called What's in My Bag, and I'm about to change from my old or dirty lab coat into a new lab coat. So I thought, why not do a What's in My Lab Coat video? I thought it would be fun. And like you, I kind of don't know what's all in my lab coat. My lab coat is pretty much a treasure chest, and it has all sorts of things that appear random, but I promise they're not random and they have their purpose. So let us go. In my top pocket, I have a ball of paraffin, and paraffin is the stretchy plastic that we use to seal things and to prevent contamination. So in the case of my plates that I might have fungus growing on, so this white thing or translucent plastic around it, that prevents contamination from growing on the plate. So only the pathogen of interest will grow. And what I do is, because I use a lot of plates and I work a lot with pathogen, each time I take a strip off, I just keep it in a ball to eventually toss out. And yes, today I'll be tossing it out. I have my safety glasses. I have a weigh boat, and typically they do not look like this, but this one is ideal for small quantities. And if I'm using a flask, I could just slip it into the flask and then toss the contents into the flask. Makes for easy cleanup. And these are the glass slides that fell the other day. Why do I have an entire case in my pocket? For when I do microscopy work, sometimes I might think that I have at the place that I usually keep it, and then I get there and I'm out. So it's just always handy to have a set or a case in your pocket. A notebook for when, I don't know, I might be doing calculations to figure out how much quantities I need to weigh out for my microbial meals or the nutrient solutions. I also more tape. So when you're working with microorganisms, majority of the time, or majority of the time, you want to ensure that whatever you're working with is sterile. And one way of doing that is essentially putting it into this giant pressure cooker known as autoclave. And how do you know that your materials are sterile, or whatever is in it has been killed? You apply autoclave tape, and first when you put it on, these are white lines, and then at the end of the cycle or the run, the lines change to black. So it's a colorimetric indicator. And provided that the giant pressure cooker is working well, then this change in color on your tape gives you an indication that the media or whatever you've sterilized is actually sterile. Oh, this is the outside of the paraffin paper, and then you just reel it off from here. This is a cotton that comes, or the foam that comes in the microscopic slide case. I have a tiny funnel. So yeah, I have these funnel things. Helpful if I'm making up small quantities, I could just funnel through or filter through what I'm working with. Oh, spoon. No eating is allowed in the lab, so the spoon isn't for eating, but I do make up a lot of media or food for the fungus that I work with, and a lot of the containers are pretty deep, and so I find that the standard cupola or spatula don't really do the job for the vast quantity that or mass that I need, and they're pretty short. So having a spoon gives me leverage, so my hand isn't like inside the container, and it also helps with preventing cross-contamination. So that is why I have a spoon. Something that a lot of scientists have are a lot of markers and pens, and most of the times they aren't all ours, but I promise all of these are mine. One way I stay organized is to color code, so I do have a variety of markers in different ink and also pens. And I also have a dry erase because sometimes I have a little whiteboard and sometimes I do my calculation on there. So lots of markers and pens. I have let's see, what is this? Oh, it's a thermometer. Don't really know why I have a thermometer, but it might come in handy. Twist tie. I sometimes use these to put on the cheesecloth that I use to filter out whatever broth or liquid when I'm working with making up my inoculum. So that is just the pathogen in water. And so this is handy. You put it over the funnel, you have the cheesecloth, and then you just twist it, and then you're able to tie, and you're pretty hands-free. What's okay? So gloves. It's a key feature of working in a laboratory. It's a part of the PPE, and I have a few pairs. I know I have two hands. Why do I need a few pair of gloves? Well, you never know, right? Sometimes you might not be where gloves are, and it so happened that something comes up and you need a pair of gloves to clean something up, to grab something, and it's always handy to have a pair on hand. So I have three pairs at the moment, plus these. A pencil that's not sharpened, but I might need a pencil. Don't have a sharpener, but we'll figure it out. Um, oh, more spoons. So the thing is, I ordered the spoons and they came in. See, it has my name on it. And I just decided to keep them in my pocket so that each time I go to make something up, I can just grab a spoon and put it in the container that doesn't have a spoon. So that is why I have these. Again, there's no eating in the lab. Um, Another pen, a different color dry erase marker, and more twist tie. Oh, this is what the perfume looks like. This one is pretty crumbled. Okay, this one doesn't really do the trick, but it stretches. Okay, this one is brittle, but it stretches a lot, and so you can wrap it around things. So yeah, these are all the things that are in my pocket, and I'm about to go change into my new clean lab coat. Thanks for watching. What's in your bag? Tell me in the comments. Bye.